Back to the egg carrier. It's cloudy as usual here. Where would Eggman? He's probably gonna expect me to have some sort of information for me to tell him. At the control center. You know what? Yeah, let's go check that here first. Eggman, are you in here? Eggman?
Yes, I can hear you from a mile away. You got any good news to report?
I don't know if it's good news, but it is news.
Fine then, spill it.
The robot that we sent to the city is currently having a bad case of explosion.
How did it explode?
It was blown up.
By?
Someone.
And that someone is?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention.
It was a hedgehog, I think, of some sort. I don't know. They all look the same.
Oh. Hedgehogs. Of course they are.
Oh, they look like a hedgehog.
What color is it?
Black.
That narrows it out. So, he decides he wants to play the hero game. Yeah. Interesting. Where was he last seen?
Last I saw them, they looked like in the city where the robot was. I think they had someone with them, but I didn't really get a good look at what they were. They did not look Mobian though.
Not a Mobian, you say? Wait a minute. Interesting. That's going to require some analysis. So we know what one of them is, but now let's see who this other interesting figure may be. But this is unacceptable! I won't let anyone be more interlopers or just decide to intervene in my plans. This is troubling, but nothing I can't handle. Very well. I guess that's all in your status report?
At the moment.
Fine, you're dismissed. Go off and be off with you.
I'll steal all the food in your fridge then.
That's fine. Friggin' ravages. Very well. I'll just have to make some tinkers while I'm at it. Computer, run diagnostics. And open and unlock all manifolds.
Hello, Doctor.
Who's there?
Hi.
Wait a minute. Who are you and what do you want?
Oh. You could just call me... you don't need to really call me anything. I'll just want a few questions answered.
Really? You come all this way for some questioning?
I do.
And what exactly do you want from someone like me to go through all the trouble of passing through into my egg carrier?
I have a few questions regarding a hedgehog.
You'll have to be specific. What kind of hedgehog are we talking about?
Alright, I'll narrow it down, because apparently you don't seem to have enough brain cells to capacitize what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a black and yellow hedgehog.
Oh. Of course. So it all adds up now that you happen to be this non-Mobian companion of the black hedgehog that's been causing some havoc earlier.
Oh wow, look at you. You actually are smart. Huh.
And you are just as cocky as my average associate. Now quit talking the smack and actually get to the point.
I just came to ask some questions.
Then spill it.
Alright.
Time is precious to me.
It will be precious to you shortly, but that doesn't matter. Well, I want to know, how does he remember the things that Shadow does?
How does he remember? It's quite simple. Being another Shadow being created by yours truly means he actually has the backup memory. It's elementary because as having the memory is required to be what he is.
And why isn't it exactly a machine? I don't exactly recall you being a bioengineering type.
I'm not by default. None of my 5 PhDs revolve around bioengineering. However, I did pick up from the old files from the diary of my late grandfather, the original creator of Shadow the Hedgehog. He is a master of the bioengineering process, and all I had to do is look through his notes.
So you had to look through your old papa's notes just to actually do something successful. How tragic.
No, don't get sassy with me. Don't forget where you stand in.
So?
Any further questions, or do I have to have you escorted out of here?
Just one. Why does he believe that he is the real Shadow?
Because he has all the exact same memories. Think of this, a near exact facsimile, designed to know every perfection, having to get rid of all the flaws, but that's just a byproduct. He believes that he's the real Shadow because he thinks the memories are real, no matter what they are, but he is only just as a facsimile. He is not the true Shadow. He is just merely a bioengineered, cyber-engineered, a techno-organic copy, but near flawless in every way.
I beg to differ. I actually prefer him as the real Shadow. That actually narrows down to having another question for you.
Spill it.
Very well. Why is he behaving? Why is it whenever something goes wrong, he seems to have some uncontrollable, unorthodox behavior when it comes to his anger? That's not exactly something that a normal Shadow would have.
Exactly, because the normal Shadow doesn't have that sort of rage and raw power by default. It was made to be enhanced. He's supposed to... You see, you prefer this Shadow because he was made not to be a copy, but to be an improvement. He is supposed to be better. He is supposed to be more powerful, and he is made to be a killing machine.
Way to assume your point is.
Indeed. I have to. Anything else you want to commentate about?
Just that you seem to be a total dunce.
And you happen to be one of the unenlightened masses. Looks like that's all it is to begin with. Looks like you'll have to be escorted out of here.
I'd like to see you try to escort a black arm out of here.
Black arms, as if those legions weren't a relic of the past already.
You are aware that I am the ultimate alien, right?
Ultimate alien, ultimate life form. At the end of the day, the only thing ultimate is how their ego rises.
Says the one with the ego.
It takes one to know one.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
And I think it's time for you to get going, little alien.
Nah. I don't think I will.
Very well. I'll just have you removed by force. Security robots, you'll have to be called in. But while they come, I guess we have a little bit more time to make our discussions.
I want you to reveal anything that you know about my brother.
What else is there to reveal? And you call him your brother? How sentimental! Ha! families, as if those matter much anymore.
He's more of a brother than my family will ever be.
Yes, an adopted one. But just remember, when he's done and when he enters those rampages, hardly anything stops him. I've seen what kind of raw power he unleashes, and all of that is perfectly intentional.
I was able to stop him.
I'd like to see you try, but it's all. But either way, such efforts can only last for so long. Eventually, the only way to truly stop him is if either A, he was destroyed, or B, he had to sacrifice everything that makes him himself, including his own memories.
I don't.
Put my hypothesis to the test, then.
I have already stopped him from his behavior before. He almost killed my sister. I managed to stop him before he did so.
Yes, only barely. But you saw the raw power that grows. You saw how he began to overcome his original limits. It's only a matter of time.
Matter of time or not, it doesn't seem to faze me.
Very well. Then you may go. Go back to your adopted family and bother me no more. I have my own experiments. That has to be done with. Now be off with you. I have some experiments that have to be done. Oh, by the way, you know that that he's actually a failed experiment.
Failure in what way?
I was supposed to unleash him during the Great War, during the time when I was fighting against the Resistance. That one moment when everything decided to lead to the ultimate push. That version of Shadow was meant to be an ultimate weapon, but at some point, his memories, everything that was stood out to be perfect, became flawed. He became subpar, second-rate, even compared to the mercenary. At the end of the day, I decided, why continue diverting my such valued resources on something that was going to become shoddy, second-rate, a failure. I decided enough is enough. I'm not going to deal with that no longer. I decided to dispose of him. He had no. If he's not going to need to end up being a proper function, then there's no point of having him exist at all.
So you're saying that you are going to dispose of someone with sentient life, all because they had no use for you?
Sentient life, you say? He only believes that because that's part of his programming. At the end of the day, you may think he's actually living, but that's like saying any of my other creations are living. Look around. All my machines around here. Do they have lives? Or was it something that you ponder when you decide to wreck them all? Face it. You know that deep inside, he's no different than any of my other creations.
So, that means he's no different than me, huh?
as if there's anything to consider.
You know, I was planning to walk away and actually spare you, but now coming to think of it, I wouldn't mind going back to my old roots just for a little bit to dispose of you.
You see it now, do you? Going back to your original programming? Face it, you're just like my creations as you are Black Dooms. You are made to follow your own programming. Are you better than what you are, or will he take that point? Will you prove that I'm right, Will you prove that your creator is right? Will you take the shot, noble warrior?
Damn it.
I thought not. That's exactly what it means to be good. Holding back. Being better. As if that ever done any good to me. Now be off.
What is it? Those are just the seconds.
No. No, they should have been here by now. You feel it too?
Yeah.
Looks like we have another visitor on our hands. Oh, well, look. Well. What do we have here? My good. If it isn't you, another waste of the time. But at least you're here to make things a bit more exciting.
Whatever. Eclipse, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little miffed.
Forget the doctor. He doesn't matter.
Right.
Do I not matter? Does your creation not matter?
What do you mean?
So your memories inside you still swirling around in your servos, still jumbling up your programming, I see?
If you're insinuating I'm an android, you're fairly wrong, Doctor.
Oh, so at least that glitch still thrives within you. And I guess you still live in the first age of grief. So let me just fill you in as your creator. You are a near facsimile, built to be better and made to be far better than Shadow. You actually believe, and you continue to believe you're the real one is where your strength comes from.
Because I am the real one. I'm not going to listen to your lies any further. You have
Is it a lie?
I need.
Is it a lie? Is it a lie, android? Is it a lie that everyone else knows the actual truth and how everyone else has said had to be contrary to yours?
Everyone else believes that other one is the real me. I know it's part of your plan.
Of course, everyone is against you. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone must suffer for their insolence. That was how it was supposed to be. And it's working. It's working actually as I anticipated.
Shut up.
You think I did something to you? Of course I did. It's called I created you. I studied my grandfather's notes. I made a replication, and I created you to be the greatest of all weapons. In fact, you weren't just made to be a copy. You weren't just made to be a facsimile. You were meant to be better. You were meant to be better than the ultimate life form. You were meant to be superior. But every test you made failed. I couldn't even establish you in the final battle against the Resistance. And like that, nothing worked. So instead, I initially opted to have you recycled, because at the end of the day, you decided to be too glitchy and problematic. You were meant to be great, but instead, you were second-rate. You were a failure. You were a faker. Ow!
Try not to do anything too rash.
What? Okay then. I see how that is. You wish to treat this way and be so rash to your creator? Fine! Then I have no choice but to start my contingency program. To show that your own memories have truly been fabricated and why they will lead to your self-destruction.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid.
You weren't meant to be afraid until we never see what's at the other side until we pass the perimeter.
Wait, what's the safety protocol?
I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you've taken an interest now that it concerns his well-being. You see, this contingency has it where the memories become fully realized, where his mind is his biological mind is unable to comprehend what his programming has led him to believe all this time. When he sees what he truly is, he will not take it anymore and will opt to tear himself limb from limb, servo to servo, and fully short out his central processors and destroy every ounce of fiber within his being.
So, you're going to try and make him dismantle himself?
Dismantle, destroy, atomize, complete breakdown and self-destruction, all the same.
I'm not gonna believe your lies. I am not an android. Regardless of what you throw at me to scare me, it isn't going to work.
Believe what you will, but you know this. You're always going to be wrong, and that's the only thing left to keep you strong.
I don't have time to deal with you anymore. Let's go, Eclipse. Being around the doctor is getting me.
Making you strong?
No.
Angry. It's angry, strong, same thing. You are proving my theory right. Let's just see how long you last until he's either come crawling back to me, or until the day you decide to sacrifice your own sanity.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Now run along, you two. I'll make sure you're perfectly escorted out. Shady, front and center at once.
I hope you burn in hell.
Yeah. Empty little threats. Now run along, little shrimp.
Take us to
This
the
way.
exit.
I wasn't expecting to have guests today.
Don't worry, Shady. They're just on their way out.
I don't
They're very-
believe him.
Believe what you want. That's not gonna change your mind, as I've already heard.
Hey. He's just a liar. Don't let him get to you.
He's a very stubborn one, isn't he?
Let's go.
It's alright.
Let's go.
Let's get going, okay?
Let's go back home finally. And
Safe
also,
travels!
promise me you'll never run off like that again without me knowing at least.
Yeah, sorry. I just got curious.
Well, whatever the doctor had, It was all a lie. He's still planning something.
I was more just curious about that plan that they were talking about earlier with the robot.
Robot?
Yeah, you know, the robot that was in the city earlier. That's what I was more curious about.
Well, anyway, let's chaos control.
Sure.
Chaos control!